Hey everyone, it's the interview queen Alicia Atout here, and I am so psyched to have the awesome Dakota Kai on the show.
Hi,
Hi,
hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so excited to do this. It's been a long time coming.
It's been a little bit of back and forth, but we're here. I feel the timing is perfect. I
Yeah.
don't know myself, but I have been super busy with interviewing, but also bored out of my mind at the same time in lockdown. So, how have you been? How are you holding up?
I, as an introvert at heart, what's it called? An extroverted introvert. I've been okay. I haven't been as stir crazy as some other people may seem. I've been keeping busy with we tape once every 2 weeks. In my spare time, I'm either like working out if I can be motivated to, or gaming on my Twitch channel. So I've been okay. I really, really, really miss like having fans at shows, though. I think I'm over that. I'm over this right now. I want everyone to be able to come back, but hopefully not too far away, but we'll see.
I can't imagine, like, I've done shows before. Obviously, I'm not a wrestler, but I have gone out there and hosted and announced, and I just can't imagine not having that vibe of a crowd there. Like, it just must feel so strange.
It really is, and God, it makes you appreciate them so much more because the fans, they are wrestling, the reason why we do this is for them and for the reaction. So it's a little bit better now that we have like the PC talent out there, but yeah, it's not the same. And I don't know, I can't wait for the takeovers to be like packed again, but who knows how far away from that we are.
Hopefully sooner than later, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so.
You had mentioned gaming there, and we all know that you love getting down in some good old video games. So, which ones have kind of been taking over as of late? I know I saw you playing The Last of Us 2 recently, which I've heard is like amazing.
Oh my
So,
God, it's chef's kiss. It's like the first Last of Us was my favorite game of all time, considering everything like the graphics, the storytelling, the character the character storylines and things like that, and how they sort of tell the story through that game. So that was waiting for the second one was I was so excited for this one. And I know there's been a lot of mixed, I'm not going to spoil anything. There's been like a lot of mixed reviews on how it finished. I personally loved it. I love games that, I'm a sucker for storytelling. I love that. At the moment, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, which is
right.
also a storytelling game. But yeah, I'll play any game really. I just love it. Yeah.
I know a lot of people love gaming just for the fun of it. That's more so where I come in, while others are insanely competitive and are actually obviously super, super good. So, which of the two, kind of, I love that. I think I already have my answer. Which of the two would you really categorize yourself as? Like, are you one of those hardcore gamers that's competitive, or you're like, I'm hardcore, but it's all good, good fun?
Yeah, the latter, 100%. I always say this in my Twitch streams too. I'm not good at games, but I really enjoy playing them for the storytelling and all that fun stuff. The first time I was actually competitive was when we did the on Up Up Down Down. It was WWE versus NXT for League of Legends, which was a game that none of us on my team had ever played before. But that was the first competitive I guess experience that I've had with gaming, and it was fun. It was very, very stressful. I don't want to like put that stress on me all the time, so it was a good experience, but I will always play games for the fun of it.
I'm the same way. Like, the only game I ever played competitively growing up was Rock Band, which like isn't really a hardcore, it's not like the most hardcore thing there. So that was the only one, and everything else was just like a bunch of like GameCube games for fun, and you know how it is. Like, you have family over and you just get down in some Super
Yeah,
Smash or something.
I know. Like all four of the people that actually do this for a living, and I'm super jealous that they are able to do that. It's awesome, but I'm not like that way with games. I will get owned if I tried to do that by like 11-year-olds or something.
Isn't it crazy how they are all so young and they're just incredible at it? I'm like, man, if
It's
only I decided to make that my career path when I was a kid.
Yeah, props to them for starting that young. Like, I can't do it.
Not only do you have that crazy passion for video games, but you also have an intense love of space. And I know you recently actually bought a telescope to explore a little bit. So,
Yeah.
that been, and have you been able to use it pretty frequently?
I haven't untapped its full potential yet. I've managed to capture like Venus by accident, which is really common apparently because it's the second brightest thing in the night sky next to the moon. But I just, I think I could do a lot more with my telescope. Florida's weather right now has not been so kind to me at night times. It's always at the moment cloudy, or if it's clear, it's only going to be clear for like a couple seconds before clouds will come and take it all away. So I don't know. I think I need a pro to talk to and how to use my telescope better to like see the real deep space objects like nebulae and things like that. So I'm excited. It's just a hassle to like carry the thing outside only for clouds to take over and then I'll like carry it back inside.
That's slowly crushing your soul, and it's not like it's a light Earth. So hopefully you'll be able to discover something really neat, and getting that telescope will be totally worth it.
For sure.
Well, currently, so much has been happening over on WWE NXT, and in the latest matches you've had, like they have just been so awesome and fun to watch. And it's interesting because I'm so used to seeing you all bubbly and sweet. So how's it been tapping into that inner badass bad girl out there?
So when the story got pushed forward to us, I was a little bit apprehensive just because my nature isn't to be that way. But if you really dig deep, you can have that sort of attitude, I guess, like what annoys you, like things like that, tapping into real life nuances, I guess. And I managed to like tap into it, I think, but it's quite a challenge. I love challenges, so it's been good, and creatively it's been very fulfilling just going off on a different route, and the opportunities that I get handed to me are like, I can hopefully, I don't know how I'm doing with it, but it is fun to do something different and out of the norm for myself, because even on the independent scene, for the most part, I was like a babyface like the whole time, except for like maybe 1 year in Melbourne. Because Australia, right? They don't like us, so.
It's been so much fun to watch, though, because we are really used to seeing you one way for so long, like how you just mentioned. And the fact that, I know you're mentioning it's a little interesting to adapt to in a challenge, but when I watch it, I'm like, man, she's like just really good at taunting people and getting under nerves. Like, it seems like you're absolutely down. It's really fun. Like, it seems like it's a lot of fun.
It really is, and like, I do have a sarcastic side to me, which I guess is just my humor. So tapping into that has been fun with promos and things like that. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been a good challenge, and doing something different, like I said, to what I'm used to doing, it pushes me to do, more creative things and tell stories a different way than I usually would.
And what's been cool too is you've been working with a lot of really awesome people. And I know that you've been a fan of wrestling for so many years, and being backstage at WWE, I can only imagine the talent you walk by on a daily basis that you actually grew up watching. So have you had any real geek out moments over the last couple of years where you just see someone, you're like, wow, you're actually a colleague now?
Yeah. It's hard for me to get into that mindset that we are colleagues. Every Wednesday that we do NXT, just having Triple H and Shawn Michaels there, who we see all the time, is still very weird to me because, we grew up watching these guys being awesome. So, I don't know. It's still like, it still hits you when you see legends like that just walking around and giving feedback and advice. There's been a couple of times, like at the Performance Center, The Rock came in one time, that was crazy because he's just larger than life. Yeah, he's The Rock. Like, what? So it is very weird to have that be my life. I just got to be cool, man. Just got to be cool.
Yeah. Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, don't be weird.
I know one of the things I'm missing most about being out there and traveling is just seeing friends and discovering new things. And I don't know if you're the same way, but like I kind of love those long drives where you go from city to city because they're just full of good talks and good music. So I kind of have a silly one for you here. If you could have one of those long drives from place to place, show to show, but only have 3 people in the car with you, who would be those go-tos, whether friends or potentially like musicians, celebrities, just anyone you can choose from?
I think Jimi Hendrix would be one of them. I don't know. I think he had a lot of wild stories to tell. Done. Wait, maybe The Rock as well.
Okay.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm just going for who else? I don't know. I've been put on the spot. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me get back to you on that one. I'm like, there's so many people come to mind, but I'm not sure.
I like how you're still thinking.
I know. Sorry. I'll let you know if I get a random one.
It's like I did a podcast earlier today and I was asked something and I was like, I know the answer to this. And it's going to come to me as soon as we end this video.
As soon as this interview ends, I'm going to be like, I message you and say, oh, this person. Doesn't matter.
Well, on my show, I not only interview wrestlers like yourself, but also musicians. And it's always cool when I see people like yourself or others retweet music or talk about music in other interviews. So with that said, what was the first concert that you ever went to, if we were going to kind of go back to that?
Wow. I think, I don't know. Do you know the band S Club 7?
Yes.
I think it was an S Club 7 concert. I'm pretty sure that was my first ever one. I was really young. I can't even remember, but yeah, gosh, that was like, it was in Auckland. It was held in New Zealand. I think they were doing a tour at the time, and I went with one of my best friends at the time. I think I would have been like, I don't even know if I was a teenager yet, maybe 12. But it was a family-friendly like concert because it's S Club 7, you know? Like, but it was that, yeah.
I can't imagine any like ridiculous antics going on at something like that.
It was pretty PG, but I did go to a lot of festivals in the years following that. It was notably a concert, like a festival called Big Day Out, who do tours of like, I think they do Australian shows too, but it's like a mix of different bands from all over the world. Like those were really fun, those all-day festivals.
Oh, I love those. And then you'd always come back just like absolutely drenched or way too tanned or
Muddy, like just yeah, but those were the best. I think those were the best ones that I ever went to.
Are there any performances or bands you think about seeing at those all-day ones where you're just like, man, that's an incredible concert I won't forget?
Yeah, wow. One of the Big Day Outs I think had like Deftones, Dizzy Rascal, Ramstein, like just a whole mix of different genres, which I'm pretty eclectic when it comes to music. So festivals like that are really cool because you get hip hop and then you get rap and you get rock and alt rock and all just in the same concert, which I think is really cool. Like I like that.
Sounds amazing. You're literally those are three like completely different artists, so that was
No, that was really cool. It was insane.
That's awesome. Well, the last thing I wanted to ask you, just sticking to the music theme, is if you could have that one band write you entrance music, which would that be?
Probably Run the Jewels.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like their stuff. So please, hello, if you see this. Yeah. No, they're cool. I love their stuff.
And I could see that working too. Like I could actually see that being really cool.
I always like sometimes I'm listening to this stuff, I'm like, man, this song, whatever it is, would be really cool for like a takeover or something like that.
You should pitch it and then get them to play you out. And
yeah, and also while you're here, can you please do it?
Well, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time and coming on here. I'm so psyched to be able to finally do this. It's been awesome. So thank you.
No, thank you so much for having me, Alicia. Doing good work.
Try. Everyone, this has been the awesome Dakota Kai. I am the interview queen, Alicia Atout. Be sure to check out aliciaatout.com for all exclusive interviews and features. And we will see you all next time. Bye, folks.
Bye.